check out the best Crazy Love films, starting with the first Crazy Love film that I have watched and I loved. Swim Fan, about a popular high school swimming athlete in a loving relationship, becomes tempted to cheat with the new girl at school who may be more interested in him than she appears to be. This one is a classic cautionary tale starring famous clock stopper Jesse Bradford and fuck around and find out energy actress Erica Christensen that teaches you that you should be grateful for what you have, and giving into temptation will surely have gargantuan consequences. Swim over to a stream and rent Swim Fan right now. I'm gonna try to do like little poses for each one. Play, Misty, for me. A late night / early morning radio disc jockey, and not like DJ Khaled or DJ Julia, like just a guy who plays music for the loners on a lonely night disc jockey, hooks up with a fan and wishes he didn't. Clint Eastwood's 1971 directorial debut was surprisingly not a Western, but another cautionary tale that goes to show that just because she's beautiful and she's a fan doesn't mean you get to hit it and easily quit it. Jessica Walter plays a great crazy fan, and of course she's good at crazy. She's Mallory motherfucking Archer and Lucille motherfucking Bluth. This film does a great job at building a questionable relationship and scaring you with wild-ass behavior without using a score to do so. Play Misty for me by renting it right now. When most people think of crazy girl you hooked up with stories, they used to turn to Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, about a married lawyer father who quickly regrets a night of passion stepping outside of his marriage. Not because of guilt, though. It's because she gonna start stalking him now. Glenn Close really captures the crazy, but honestly, this film proves people need to seek out mental health solutions because she is clearly unwell. Her character is more crazy than empathetic, but still empathetic to a degree, and Glenn Close closely emulates the get as far away from me as you possibly can energy. And there's also a TV miniseries, Fatal Attraction, with Joshua Jackson and Lizzie Kaplan that was pretty good, but not as good as the original. I think the show did a good job at making Kaplan's character more three-dimensional, but if you watch the miniseries, let me know what you think. Become fatally attracted to Fatal Attraction film and the miniseries, both on Paramount Plus. Not Obsession, but Obsessed. Starring Idris Elba, Beyonce Knowles, and Ali Larter, about a married executive who becomes the target of the new girl's affection, especially after he denies her advances. If anything, that makes her want him even more, and not vice versa. Besides The Wire, this was probably my introduction to Idris Elba, and I had already been familiar with Ali Larter, who is sexy as hell in the movie. But if Beyonce is your wife, Ali Larter's character should have just moved on, because who would cheat on Beyonce, right? Right? Anyways, the film is a good 2000s crazy bitch thriller that's basically a recycled Fatal Attraction, but still holds up for me anyway. Obsess over the obsessed on Tubi right now. Gone Girl. Not to be confused with Ben Affleck's Gone Baby Gone. Instead, it's about the famous wife played by Rosamund Pike of an unhappy and some would say ungrateful cheater played by Ben Affleck goes missing, and the mystery slowly unravels, starting with the questions, what happened to Amazing Amy, and did her husband kill her? I've spoken countless times about this fantastic Fincher mystery and hail it as one of my favorite films for his direction, the crazy unraveling storyline, and the badass acting from Oscar nominee Rosamund Pike for this film. Plus, Ben Affleck's cool, and I like him. Even Tyler Perry has a few scenes that are very well acted. And you can get Gone Girl by renting it right now. Next up is Fear. A father disapproves his 16-year-old's daughter's relationship with a 23-year-old Marky Mark, even though he seems like he's such a nice guy. Turns out, the dude's crazy as fuck. Ow, that hurts. This one stars Mark Wahlberg, William Peterson, and Renee Zellweger. Fear really touches on the genre of how a toxic and possessive boyfriend can be and the fear a father has from any other man taking his little girl from him. But never you fear, because this film has all those 90s thrillers notes and a decent acting role from a young Marky Mark. Seriously. Also, this film was directed by recently deceased James Foley, who did Confidence and Glengarry Glen Ross. So, you know, it's finna be fire, yo. Be brave and face your good vibration fear by renting Fear right now. I can't do that anymore. That really hurts. What you can do is call Cable Guy. A recently dumped man becomes friendly with his overly ingratiating, is it ingratiating? I'm going to say he's ingratiating cable guy, but wishes to be left alone with his TV. Yet this cable guy can't change the channel because he's too tuned in to his new friendship. Now, this relationship is buddy love with Matthew Broderick and Jim Carrey, who is terrifyingly hilarious in this Ben Stiller directed and Judd Apatow produced thriller comedy, where the lesson must be learned to keep firm those boundaries between work and friendship. Cut the cord and rent Cable Guy right now. And last but certainly not least, and technically not the last one, My Super Ex-Girlfriend. A normal guy dates a superhero, but after leaving her for becoming too possessive, she becomes less of a superhero and more of a supervillain in his life. This one was directed by Ivan Reitman, who famously did Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Meatballs, Stripes, Kindergarten Cop. I think he did Twins, and another underrated comedy, Evolution. I found My Super Ex-Girlfriend with Luke Wilson and Uma Thurman painfully underrated and fun. It's a comedy that has a great supporting cast of Anna Faris, Wanda Sykes, Rainn Wilson, and even Eddie Izzard. I was fairly surprised at how good at comedy Uma Thurman was and believed this would give her more acting opportunities in that genre instead of what ended up following. However, this film not only entertains well, but gives a new spin on not meeting your heroes. Don't date them either. Save yourself and watch My Super Ex-Girlfriend on Amazon Prime Video right now. And some honorable mentions. There is the Dominic Monaghan horror Pet you can watch on Amazon Prime Video. By the way, all of these honorable mentions are only honorably mentioned because A, I don't want to have more than 8 suggestions I don't want to have a list more than 8 films, and B, because I don't really remember these films that well, but I remember really enjoying them. So Pet you can check out on Amazon Prime Video. You can also check out the Sandra Bullock, Bradley Cooper comedy All About Steve, which a lot of people gave the movie a lot of shit for. I thought it was pretty funny. I liked it. You can check that out by renting it. You can also check out Wicker Park with Josh Hartnett, Rose Byrne, and it's an excellent mystery remake of Le Appartement with Vincent Cassel and Monica Bellucci. But Wicker Park, I remember watching on a sick day that I had from school, and I cut class. I didn't go to school because I was sick. And I turned this on, and it was just miles better than I thought it was going to be. So I don't remember it very well, but I remember loving it. And hopefully you love it when you check it out on either Tubi, Pluto, or YouTube for freezies. God damn it, I did it again. There's a thin line between love and hate, and Martin Lawrence finna find out by Lynn Whitfield in this comedy on Stars. I don't remember this film very well, but I do remember that I loved it a lot, and it was written and directed by Martin Lawrence as well, and I don't think he directed any other film. So you can check this out on Stars. And be sure to check out Sleeping with the Enemy, the Julia Roberts thriller available to rent. And finally, for real this time, The Crush with Alicia Silverstone is a thriller you can watch on Tubi, Pluto, and Prime Video. But it goes to beg the question, what are some of your favorite crazy love favorites? Are you in crazy love with someone? Will you tell me? Is it a secret? Do you need a therapist? Am I too crazy to be in love with movies as much as I am? Be sure to answer by commenting below and subscribe for more reviews, sketches, and of course, Tom Fuckery. I'm the Popcorn Poppy, and I'll see you all on the couch.